According to MacArthur and Wilson theory, in island biography, we are going to explain species richness, equilibrium theory, and also the study of geographical distribution of species and the reason for their pattern of distribution.
Biogeography, study of geographical distribution of species and the reason of their pattern of distribution. There are two main terms that we need to understand in island biogeography. The first one is immigration, which is entry of new species on the island, and the second one is emigration or extinction, which is known as exit of new species from the island. This is the island diversity graph. On the x-axis, we can see number of species present. On the y-axis, we can see the rate of immigration or the extinction. For the targeted island, we will use mainland and island. Mainland is considered island, and island is a habited island on land such as peak of mountain and isolated springs in the desert.
There are two physical features of island which can affect immigration and extinction rate. So the first factor is the size of the island, and second factor will be the distance of island from the mainland. For example, extinction is lower on islands close to the mainland because of the likelihood of immigration. Larger islands have more space than smaller islands, so there are likely to be more resources available for species to use. The opposite is true for smaller islands, therefore extinction rates are larger on smaller islands.
I'm going to explain details on different islands. The first island will be the empty island. The empty island have low extinction rate, high immigration rate, thus it promotes the entry of new species. This is because an empty island has low competitive rate, high resource availability, and also have low risk to life. The second island that I want to explain is the populated island. Populated island has high extinction rate, low immigration rate. This is because the populated island have high competitive rate and low resource availability as well as high risk to life. Third island will be the large island. Large island have high rate of immigration, low rate of emigration, high resource availability, large equilibrium, and also a mixed population. Fourth island will be the small island. The size of the island is small, the resource availability will be less. Thus, the animal or the species that living in that small island will likely to migrate to another island to live. Fifth example of island is a near island. A near island has high rate of immigration, low rate of emigration, and also large equilibrium. This is because near island are easy to travel for the migrating species. So the species are freely travel from a new island to an old island or an old island to a new island. The last island that I would like to explain is the isolated island. Isolated island has low rate of immigration. This is because most of the species will not prefer to travel to an isolated island as it is quite far from the old island.
So here are some of the examples of factors which affects island biography. The examples are length of isolation, size of island, current species composition, climate, and resources. When most birds think of migration, they only think of one kind, the spring or fall movement of birds between breeding and wintering grounds. There are many different types of migration. However, and throughout the world, there are all types of birds migrating every single day, from songbirds to ducks to hummingbirds to raptors. So, here are the stories of a flock of 3 scarlet tanagers who spend most of their life growing together in Papati Island. Migratory birds fly hundreds and thousands of kilometers to find the best ecological conditions and habitats for feeding, breeding, and raising their young. When conditions at breeding sites become unfavorable, it is time to fly to regions where conditions are better. So this is when the three best buddies decided to migrate to another island with suitable resources.
Which island we need to go? Which floor?
What's the name of the island?
It's Kurui.
Korea, I think it's number 12. Huh? Okay, yeah, click it. Oh, it's coming. Wow, we reached already! Curvy Island!
When arriving at Kurui Island, they found out that the food supply is highly available everywhere all over the island. This allows them to benefit from the high food supply in one area while raising their offspring before migrating to other regions with more favorable living conditions.
Whoa! What is this? Tini, come here! We have so many extra resources here. It's more than Papati Island. Let's get them! Whoa! We have any extra, like fruits?
I'll go find some. Wait for
Okay.
me.
Okay. Beautiful here. Wow.
Look at what I found.
Whoa, that's a lot.
In conclusion, it is truly amazing how migratory birds can navigate with pinpoint accuracy. Exactly how migrating birds find their flyways is not fully understood. It has been shown that they are able to orientate by the sun during the day, by the stars at night, and by the geomagnetic field at any time. Some species can even detect polarized light, which many migrating birds may use for navigation at night. Now that is amazing! Thank you for watching!